Okay, so I'm going to close the door here and do yet another house update video for you. So we now actually will get the keys this Friday night. So the 31st of March, we will actually get the keys to the house. We will be homeowners down in Tacoma. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be amazing. I actually just now saw an article, which I will read about it and show you guys later, that talks about Tacoma. People may ask, why did I want to move on getting a house now? I had a chance to technically do something else in terms of just property management at a location here. And the reason why that would have been attractive was that obviously your housing is covered, but then you get paid for it as well. And what I was going to do is just basically continue to save up a lot of money and then take trips and stuff and then dump all that into a house maybe next year. But I decided that probably wasn't going to be a good idea. The reason why I didn't feel like it was going to be a good idea was because, one, I didn't want to continue to do property management, to be honest with you. I want to kind of move away from that. But for two, Tacoma is becoming pricey and it's becoming a challenge. Just by some of the things that I've seen prior to this article, I've talked about it with you guys before about Tacoma's becoming an extremely hot market. Seattle is still hot, but not nearly as hot as it used to be. The two, in this area, there's King County, which includes Seattle. And then you have what's considered to be Snohomish County, which is going to be more or less like, Issaquah and stuff like that. And then you have Pierce County, which includes Tacoma. And there's others, obviously. But the places that have gained the largest amount of people have been Snohomish County and Pierce County. King County is growing still, but it's becoming so expensive that it's no longer as appealing to purchase a home here as it used to be. There's still, trust me, there's still a lot of people moving in. I put it to you this way: any city would love to have the growth that Seattle is experiencing. Any city. And I mean big city. New York, Chicago, San Francisco, LA. They would love to see the amount of development that Seattle is getting right now. I mean, we still have more cranes in the sky here than any other city. But with that said, it makes it very difficult for the local person to purchase. Not only that, but commercially it's becoming difficult too, because commercial developers, just read an article the other day, are now struggling to make it here in Seattle. The prices are just too high. You would have to be a big-time developer in order to find the land, which is becoming scarcer by the minute, and then to be able to build the structure. It's just so expensive to do business in Seattle, and it's that way pretty much in Bellevue. So that only leaves one more, and that's Tacoma. Now developers are looking down at Tacoma, and I had kind of projected that would happen probably, if not 2017, at least 2018. I knew that this would be a possibility only because of ST3. If I knew if ST3 was going to pass, which is Sound Transit 3, that Tacoma would be next, because it would obviously pay for the eventual light rail line from Seattle down to Tacoma. That's the only barrier to entry. Also, you have to look at the Sounder train line, which is going to be adding more service and more trains down to the south. So that is going to be happening relatively soon, as well as a lot of the BRT lines and all of that. To me, it just seems like, looking back a year ago, I knew that Tacoma was going to be a hot market. If you go back 2 years ago when we were starting to look at Tacoma, you can get any house you wanted anywhere. There's no problem. There's not this inverted amount of houses, meaning that there was a lot of supply out there, but there was not a lot of pending transactions. Now you're seeing the complete opposite. There's a lot of pending offers out there and very little supply, and it doesn't seem to stop. So you're going to be seeing a video coming up soon that will talk about that a little bit more in detail of an article I just read. It's not getting any easier. It's going to be more of a concern as time goes on. We are safe from that because, like I said, on the 31st of Friday, we will be picking up our keys to the house, and we are excited about that. We got it in there just in time. I think in the next few months to the rest of this year is going to be pretty painful. Sorry to say that for a lot of folks who are looking for homes down in Tacoma, but it's becoming a hot commodity. There's a lot more development that will be coming down in Tacoma in the next little bit of time, so that's also making it a lot more desirable. Tacoma is also getting the California effect. So a lot of people from California move into Tacoma because it is a bargain. People are also leaving Seattle and coming to Tacoma because it's a bargain, relatively speaking. So Tacoma is going to face a lot of changes in the very, very clear near future. It's going to see a lot more development coming online. It's just inevitable. I think a lot more construction is going to start going on downtown as well. I'm pretty much highly certain there's going to be a lot more development going on downtown in terms of buildings and building up. So anyhow, I know that for a fact. So anyhow, with all that said, just wanted to give you guys a little bit more of an update. We will be busy all day Friday trying to get into this house and do all the stuff we got to do. So until next time.